Okay, you ready? Oh, is that?
We're on camera.
We're on camera. we on? Are we on? Oh, turns out we are. Sorry for the delay, everybody. Welcome to the live stream from the Ottawa Curling Club of the A quarterfinal of the Over the Rainbow Bonspiel. My name is Jordan Stewart, and I am here with a very special guest, the one and only incredible Canadian curler, Chelsea Carey. Chelsea, how are you tonight?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent. Excellent. Happy to be here. You may be able to hear in the background, it's a lively night here in the Ottawa Curling Club. We're having a good time. We just had some dinner and a little Q&A with Chelsea. Had a great time. And we're here on Sheet 2 at the Ottawa Curling Club. Like I said, the A quarterfinal. We've got Team Coruscant and Team Llewellyn. This is my first time doing this, so everyone will have to forgive me. So we joined the game already in progress. We're in end number 1, just on the second lead stones. How are you enjoying being here at the Ottawa Curling Club with us?
Oh, it's been so much fun. The people have been great, and getting to speak tonight. We had some great questions being asked in the Q&A. It's been a blast. I'm so happy to be here, and it's been such a great experience.
This competition of trying to make Chelsea Carey cry tonight.
Yeah, there was that on the second round. Yeah, they were good questions, but they were like tear jerkers. I was like, guys, I'm trying not to cry on stage.
Little stroll, make you to stroll down memory lane.
Yeah, it hit me right in the feels, but that's okay.
Yeah. Team Llewellyn is red. Llewellyn is red. All right, so like I said, we're no problem. We're just on to just getting into second stones here. We've got Team Coruscant playing the yellow stones, Team Llewellyn playing the red stones, and they're going right at it in this 8-end game.
Yeah, they sure are. We've had
in these A games they take a little time to settle in, but they're going right for it.
Oh yeah, no, there's no hesitation. We had the guard up right away, and then they come around, and then that was a chase attempt by Team Llewellyn that did not only touch the guard, but actually tapped the guard in, so worked out okay. But I would say advantage yellow at this point. It's pretty good to be yellow right now. Pretty good to be yellow. They're sitting one and throwing. Looks like a hit from the second, Patrick Corbière. What do you think? A little hit and roll here? Yeah, it looks like it, but they got to go to make contact with this. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Maybe not so good to be yellow.
I take it back.
Jinx by Chelsea Carey.
Yeah, the commentator jinx. It's the first end. I was just trying to get through a little bit of the game before I jinxed anybody. Jeez.
You know, we got a full 8 ends here. We're into the quarterfinals, so we're playing full 8-end games here. When you play these games, what was your preferred strategy? You like to go right at a team when you start, or? Yeah, I liked rocks and play right away, but it depended for me on if the other team was going to force the issue, then I didn't. If I knew they were going to, like if I was playing Jen Jones, for example, I know she's going to throw the guard, so I don't throw the guard. I don't have to. But if I was playing Rachel in the first end, Rachel Holman, and she has the hammer, she would love to blank that in. Rachel
so then
Holman
I'm always throwing the guard. So yeah, it depended a bit on who I was playing.
Absolutely, and these teams are going to, probably fill each other out. This is
sure.
where we reach the point where the pool play starts to cross over. Now, I will say, for any of the fans of queer curling, Pride curling here in Canada, these are two teams that are going to be in the Pride Nationals coming up in Toronto later this month. So they will probably have seen each other before, and we'll see each other again. So they might have a bit of an idea of what the other team is capable of. Yeah, probably pretty familiar with strategies and things. So then that's where you start to see sometimes that can come into play because you have a better idea of what the other team might do, where if it's a team you don't know, then you have to kind of just play your own game and see what happens. Wait and see what happens. So it looks like we're setting up. We lost that center guard, so it looks like we're probably cruising for a fairly open end here now that we don't have any guards in play. I know I'm from Toronto, Team Llewellyn's from Toronto. They love a nice clean sheet. So I expect we'll see. Looks like we're looking at a double here from the Vice Anthony. Ice here has been very straight on hits. You see the broom is right in the middle of the rock, and that's about where they want to hit it, I think, here, Chelsea. Yeah, they're expecting no curl based on that broom, so we've seen seems like a decent amount of curl on draws, but yeah, hits running very, very straight, which is okay. That's what you sort of would expect. And that one close.
Just
Almost
under curls.
Got it. I'm playing in the spiel. I've been seeing that fairly straight on hits. Draws are running straight, but when they finish, they really do finish. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I was on sheet 2 think yesterday, and that was pretty consistent. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like they're playing another hit, and it looks like Team Corso is going to play into an open end, maybe try and generate something bigger in the next end now that they've lost all the guards. This one looks a little wide, but it might stick around.
Pretty good. Oh, just rolls out. Oh, I thought that was going to stop. That carried a long way.
My experience this weekend, I'm used to playing in, as many of us are playing in curling clubs with slightly deader rocks. I've noticed the rocks here have been
pretty
very lively,
yeah.
which I'm sure you're no stranger to. But,
no, but I've noticed that too. It's like I think it's going to sit, and it just there's a lot of action, which is great. That opens up a whole other sort of realm of shots that you don't have available to you if it's deader. There's the doubles and triples and things get easier to make in the runbacks and stuff, so it makes it really fun because the good players can make anything they want, which is great.
Yeah, it really changes the game. The strategy changes entirely when you can make a double with control weight. It really opens up your options.
For sure.
So now that rolls out, again, looks like we're just going to have a little hit and stick here and probably cruise toward a blank.
It looks like Blanksville right now.
So it is a full house tonight. We've got quarterfinals all across the sheets. For anybody watching at home, we'll try and give you updates with the games that are going, but I think we've got quarterfinals from all divisions.
Yeah, we're going to have one on sheet 3 start a little late. We just had the previous game finish, so we're a little behind on that one, but the rest of them are good to go. So yeah,
we're on Bonspiel time.
We're on Bonspiel time, exactly. If you're in the Ottawa area, come on down. I know it's cold outside, but it's warm in here.
It's warm in here, oh my gosh. And you can probably see behind us, there's some lots of folks here in the lounge, lots of excitement. I think karaoke going on behind us.
There's going to be, I don't think it started yet, but karaoke's coming. It's on its way.
Which I heard today someone referred to as we should have called it Chelsea karaoke, and no one thought of that.
That's a new one. That is a new one. I've never heard that before. When you have a last name that's a verb, you've heard a lot of them, but I've never heard Chelsea karaoke, so I love that. Except I can't sing at all, so I'm not a great person to name it after.
But do you have, I feel like everyone has a go-to karaoke song. Do you have a go-to?
If
you had to, gun to your head, what are you singing?
I've done I've done Paradise by the Dashboard Light at least once. I did Janis Joplin, me and Bobby McGee at one point. But I'm not a singer. I know all the words to everything. I don't need the screen to tell me the words. I know the words, I just can't do the actual thing, which is the more important part of karaoke.
Absolutely.
They show you the words. I'm like, can I trade talents?
I totally get it. I'm the same. I realize I'm singing along to a song and I don't know why I know all the lyrics.
And everybody goes, you love this song? I'm like, what song? And then I realize it. I'm like, oh no, I hate this song.
But I don't remember the important
But I know all the words. Like, exactly. I don't know why I came into this room, but I know all the words to like some hit from 1981 before I was born.
Completely true.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll have some karaoke.
I'm curious. I feel like it's going to be good.
I love it. We love a Bonspiel.
Yeah, we've got some queens who seem like they're very ready to sing the karaoke. So the Chelsea karaoke.
The Chelsea karaoke. We're trying to make it happen.
I love it. Except for then it's going to make people want me to sing, and that's not a thing.
You're busy.
Yeah, I can't sing. Well, no, you just don't want to hear. No one wants to hear that. That's not good for anybody.
No, actually, we were earlier in the spiel. I played against Team Corso, who's throwing now, and they were showing me a video of Tony, who's the vice in the house. If you watch just a little tick, just enough to get out.
Oh, just barely.
Not enough. Tony was, they're from Montreal, Team Corso. Tony was playing in a spiel in Montreal where they had karaoke and had a very, we'll call it grating rendition of Chandelier. Which I later learned someone sent him a video from outside the curling club and you could hear him screaming Chandelier.
That's my nightmare. Like, it's bad enough if the people in the building can hear me try to sing. No one outside needs to hear that.
Certainly not.
The only time I've ever done karaoke is in Japan in private rooms. Like, no one, it's just my friends,
just
and they
your
know
friends.
I can't sing, so then it's okay.
We've all agreed that it's okay.
Yeah, they know they're going to suffer through me sounding like somebody killing a cat or something, and then that's okay because they know that. But I don't need the screen because I know all the words, so,
certainly not.
Yeah.
So Skip Kevin Llewellyn settling in here for his last rock of this first end. Going to try and put it somewhere where they make the blank hard, do you think, Chelsea?
Yeah, I would think so. Just try to, like, a different spot. I mean, I think you expect the blank to be made, but you may as well try to make the other team look at something they haven't seen yet as far as a spot in the ice, and we haven't really seen anything on this left-hand side of the sheet as we look at it. So smart call, just throw one over there, and maybe you have them hit a run or a straight spot or a curly spot or something that they just aren't familiar with. I think everyone expects the blank to be made, but why not try to change it up and do? And there's also this. If they can get this
They
in
got
there.
to go hard to get it there.
Oh,
not there.
So that yellow rock would have been a potential jam opportunity if it had just bit the house, and you'd have to throw the other turn. But now this is going to give the yellow team a chance to just throw this through and also get a read on a spot that maybe they hadn't seen as well.
So is that what you do on these? You just try and pick a spot that you might want to use later, and
a spot that you haven't seen, and a weight that you haven't seen. Like, they've been throwing everything because you're not going to risk flashing a hit, so you're going to throw everything with kind of a control or a normal or something. But I'd throw like a solid hack into the wing, like a place we haven't seen yet at all, because later in the game you might have to throw it. Yeah,
absolutely.
So just try to learn something about a part of the sheet that you haven't seen that you might need later.
Yeah. Okay, looks like we've got the out turn kind of board to control hit, getting a little look at it, keeping it clean all the way down. And yes, that will be the blank in end number 1. So we'll take it to 2, and Team Coruscant playing the Yellow Rocks will have hammer again in 2. So now that we're getting to watch the full end, we'll introduce you to the players on the sheet. So we've got Team Llewellyn here playing the Red Rocks, and it is lead Larry Tobin settling into the hack. Larry is from Toronto, but originally is from Newfoundland, and is a retired special needs teacher, I guess now devoting his time to curling.
We'll reserve our comments about special needs teammates in that situation.
Yes. Especially because sometimes it might be us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably me, but that's okay.
So based on last end, I expect we'll see another center guard go up here. Looks a little spicy, though. Slides right into the top 4. And Team Coruscant, their lead is Tristan, who is from Sorel-Tracy, Quebec. Coruscant team's a 5-player team. They, you'll see on their shoulders, they were in the Quebec Tankard not that long ago in Rimouski.
Yeah, I chatted with him about it, and he said, obviously it didn't go well. They didn't win any games there, but lots of teams, it's a huge accomplishment to get to your provincials, and it sounds like they had some close games with some of the top teams and stuff. So good for them. That's very cool to see. And
I watched some bits and pieces of the games, and I know they were in tough a lot, but they're a great team, and it's great experience.
100%.
Can you talk a little bit about even those ones that you lose? What do you learn in those situations?
Well, I laughed when I laughed because it's so true, and because I've lived it. When Team Taylor Reese Hansen at the Scotties, Team BC, they got beat pretty soundly in their first game last night, and their social media post said you learn more from the losses than you do the wins, and that's so true. Yep. And you try to learn something from the wins, but you're happy about the wins, so it's a little bit easier to be easy on yourself. When the losses, you're a little bit more critical and you scrutinize a bit more, and so that's where the hard learning really comes from. And so for a team like that to go to play the best teams in the province and go to that thing, like obviously you'd love to win some games, but really it's more a learning experience than anything else. And it sounds like that's how they took it, and that they had a really good experience, and they took a lot out of it, and they're feeling really good about where they're at, which is awesome. So yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's hard to do it on your first try, I imagine.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's like, especially being in an arena and stuff, it's just a totally different experience. And that's the conversation that I had with them was we've never played on that kind of ice before with those rocks. Like, arenas are just different. Like, everything is different. The way the rocks react, the shots that you have available to you, the draw speed, the frost, all these things are so different. And so, the more you put yourself in that situation, the more you're prepared to be in that situation the next time. And I think it's a really cool thing for them. And then now to go off to the gay nationals, like, that's, they've played against some teams at a higher caliber, and they know what it takes to beat those teams, and that will only benefit them.
And what if you had to choose, one tip when you go into a new situation like that, like going from club play to arena play? What's your number one tip for a team? Do you have one?
Yeah, in arenas, usually it's just going to curl more. So the way that the way you release the rock on club ice is going to over curl on you most of the time.
Yep.
So just my suggestion would be, like, don't be tight and set it harder than you think you need to. And even if you're sliding wide, what I see from club curlers a lot is, like, you slide a little wide, and then you sort of tip it back in and kind of get it going, and that is going to be a disaster. Like, if you slide wide, just hard set it anyway, because it's going to come back probably. And what feels like a hard set to you as a club curler is not a hard set on arena ice. So yeah, I just think people underestimate the amount of curl, and then same with the line calls. Like, you wait too long to start sweeping something. Like, I've been behind people that it's their first event in an arena, and they're like, close, whoa, and I'm like, oh, you need to be, like, pounding that. And then but it's just because I've seen a million of them come at me, and I know the late break is so hard at arenas compared to in curling clubs. So then they eventually start sweeping it, and they flash it on the inside, and it takes them a bit to figure it out. And then just be more aggressive on the line call and more aggressive on, like, the release and the sweeping and everything, because it's just going to finish so much more. The early part of the rock, I think what fools people is, out of the hand, it doesn't run that different. It's all the it's the finish that really screws with your head a bit, because you're like, so out of the hand, it looks close, and you're like, yeah, it's close, and 3/4 of the way down the sheet it is, and then, but the late curl, the late curl just is hard to believe when you've not seen it come at you enough times. So that would be my, like, just start sweeping it way before you want to, and throw it harder and more aggressive than you want to with the release, because it's just going to curl. It just always is.
I don't curl this club often. It's not my first time here in Ottawa, but even just getting used from club to club, just the different paths and the different, the ways the rock behave. And even here, it's been a lot of that. Even on draws, it runs pretty straight, and then once it starts to go, it'll really go. So you have to kind of anticipate it.
Yeah, so which is very different. And the line call on that is hard for even people that have seen it a million times. So it's not an easy task, but it's like, you have to start to sweep it way before it starts to do the thing that it's going to do. Like, it hasn't curled at all yet. But if you wait till it curls to sweep it, you're dead.
Absolutely. So, you got to believe, you got to trust it.
And you have to pinpoint the break. Watch for the break point would be a big tip that I would like. So if the break point at this club is probably around the benches, a few feet before the hog line. So once you know that, then if the weight's close, once it gets to that point, you want to start sweeping it before then. So if your sweepers are telling you the weight's good, and you're a little tight for line, then you need to start sweeping it before it starts to curl. If you start sweeping it after, you're not going to do anywhere near as much. So you need to start, like, talking about where on the ice the break point is, and sweeping around that in anticipation of that.
And that's where the communication on the team is really important, because if it's heavy or it's light, you got to know that, because that's going to change where that break point is.
For sure, and you'll miss line calls because the sweepers guess wrong, and we'll miss shots because I make the line call wrong. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. But as long as you're talking about that, like, in the between ends break, we would talk about that. Like, okay, if the weight's good, the break point is around this logo on the ice at a slam or whatever, where there's got a million sponsor logos. Like, it's at the Cabela's logo. Okay, so then we know we need to start sweeping before then if we need to hold it straight and stuff. And so then the communication between the sweepers and me, like, they'll try to give me a weight call before it hits that logo, so that then we can make the right line call. And that's just, it's everybody involved, and it's no one's fault when it goes wrong, because everybody's doing, like, making their best guess basically at how to make the shot.
Completely. Can't get mad at your team. We're all doing our
No,
best.
because everyone's trying to, and as long as the only time I would get frustrated is if I got no information. Like if they would say, well, we weren't sure, and I would be like, I get that, but like you got to tell me. So I don't care if you're wrong, but like tell me something. Same as like I don't know if the line, like I'm gonna say line's close, that I might be out to lunch, but I'm gonna tell you what I think. Like you need to be communicating even if you're not certain.
Yeah.
Just say what you think in the moment, and you can always change it.
Completely. It's a thing, as someone who is a club curler and plays a lot of new curlers, it's a thing that it's hard to get people to know. Just say something. Give me something.
Because everyone's afraid to be wrong, and I get that. But it's not better to be quiet and right eventually because you still don't make the shot. So I'd rather you be wrong and vocal than quiet and right.
Yeah, there's no points for being right, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're into Vice Rocks here, and again, as we anticipated from the beginning, looks like a very, very clean end. We've got the Vice of Team Coruscant, Tony Weingartshofer is throwing here. Looks like just probably a nose to try and hit and stick. Tony lives in Montreal now, but is originally from Halifax. Tony and I have curled in a spiel or two together. Makes it right on the nose.
That makes sense. When I was chatting with him earlier, he's the only one that doesn't sound French. Like he understands it clearly, and they're speaking to each other in French, but he doesn't have any like Montreal Quebecois accent.
He's the import player.
And the others all do. Yeah, so that makes sense because I was like, oh, the others are very clearly French, and he doesn't sound like. But he also doesn't really have an East Coast accent.
No, and
it's
one of those things that's so fun about traveling to these out-of-town spiels is you get to sit down with people, and some of us are talking in English and they're talking in French. And
oh yeah, and like they were speaking, like he was speaking English, they were speaking French, but they all understood each other at the table. Yeah. And I caught bits and pieces of the French, but that's as good as I'm gonna do.
I haven't stuck with your core French since.
I mean, actually, where Manitoba's reasonably. Compared to most of the West, actually, there's quite a bit of French, and my French is okay. I understand. I pick up a fair bit of it, but I never got fluent. I wish I had. I love
hard to stay with the conversation when they're talking full speed.
Yeah, oh yeah. When they get full speed, I don't have much of a chance. But yesterday Wes was talking. He was like, yeah, and he was all in French. He's like, we played this afternoon, and we gave it before in the first end, and I understood all of that.
Yeah.
Like okay,
but I can't respond to you.
But then they start. Well, and then they start going fast. I'm like, no, now I got nothing.
Yeah. And was I gonna hang on? Oh, just rolls out.
I think.
Looks out from overhead. Can you see it over there?
It looks out from here too. Okay. I'm on an angle where I can sort of see it perfectly, and I think it is out.
So in these situations where it looks like a blank, now you might want to try and generate a mistake, trying to get somewhere where you can hope for a jam on that back one there.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you're probably not going to get it. I don't think you're expecting that, but instead of just drawing the open side and leaving it white, why not try it? And if you happen to get a bad throw or something, maybe it turns into a bit of a gift, and if not, then it's the same result anyway, so it's no risk.
Yeah, absolutely. So sitting in the hack, this is the skip of the team, Ryan Coruscant. Does live in Montreal now, but is from Grand Falls in Brunswick. Has been curling for 24 years.
It's a long time. I've been curling for longer than that, but
we don't have to get into numbers. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't need to.
A game I want to play.
No, me neither.
It's the number of years I've been curling is less, but that doesn't make me any younger.
No, that's yeah.
Going hard on this one, trying to get it in the rings.
Yeah, it's really curling.
Yeah, that curled hard.
I think they're going to get it in.
Just a little blank, but it is, way out in there in the wings where sometimes some weird things can happen. So
you never know. And the line was not bad if it had more weight to make the freeze. Just
yeah, they had to really pound that to get it in there.
Yeah.
So skip Kevin Quilling sliding down, talking about the line, I think, with Anthony, just trying to, or with, I guess Larry's in the house, pardon me, trying to figure out what they think this is going to do. Let's see here, Kevin, interesting, from Montreal originally, now lives in Toronto. He works in medical devices.
Oh.
Which is sort of vague. But
Very vague, yeah.
we asked the team to talk a little bit about themselves, and Kevin, they wrote that he's always at the risk of falling. I guess he's a very clumsy guy, and he's very tall, so that...
He is very tall, yeah, that's true.
I don't know what that's like as a short person.
It's a longer way down, I would imagine, if nothing else.
Different center of gravity, I guess.
Yeah.
This is good, little wide, maybe. Devin sweeping it just to get a piece.
Okay.
And roll out. So what do you think here? Try and put it in a similar spot and generate the jam, or go somewhere new? Try and make it hard for them to roll out.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go to the middle. I mean, if you make this is the hammer, isn't it?
Oh, this is the hammer.
Yeah.
Sorry. See, we talked about this earlier. You do the curling, I'll do the introduction.
I was like, wait a minute.
You know, I play second. I'm playing second here in this field. I do skip sometimes, and I'm notorious for forgetting who has the hammer in my own game. So when it's somebody else, there you go. So again, they're going to go to school here a little bit, something a little wider in case they need to hit something out in the weeds there. But looks like they're just going to clean this through. Another blank. Okay, we'll make it a 6-end game.
Yeah.
So, speaking of blanks, we've had the new rules of some of the slams and stuff like that with limiting the number of blanks that teams are allowed to do without giving up hammer. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't think it's solving the problem they're trying to solve. Like, there's less blanks because there has to be, but I don't think it's what they're trying to do is get rid of open ends that are boring to watch. And I understand that and I support that, but I don't think getting rid of the blank really does that. All it does really is switch which team is being defensive. So if the team with hammers already used their blank, then as the non-hammer team, all I have to do to force them to one is set up a blank, because they're not going to take it because they're going to lose the hammer anyway, so they're going to draw for one.
Yep.
So then that just means me as the team without the hammer, I'm going to be defensive and they're going to be offensive. So I like it because it's introduced some interesting strategy conversations. Like you see teams taking one in situations where you would think traditionally it doesn't make sense, but if you're, say, tied with or one down without and you blank 6, you can't blank 7, so then that's no good. So you'd rather score 1 in 6 and then let them do whatever they want in 7, and then so it's just I love the conversations around it, but I don't think it's really solving the problem they're trying to solve. But I love to see experimentation with the rules and trying new stuff and whatever. So I'm not sure it does what it's supposed to do, but I do think it's created some interesting strategy things and conversation things, which is enough for me to be on board with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeps things interesting. That's what they want for the viewers, I guess.
Exactly. No, totally. As a viewer, I think as a player, I'm not sure I would like it as much. As a viewer, I really like it because it makes it interesting.
Yeah, and those of us club curlers don't see a lot of blank hands.
Yeah, fair enough.
We don't really get it, I don't think.
No, that's totally fair.
So the center has gone up, and they're just going to sneak by it for, it looks like another center here. Tried to go around, maybe? Didn't quite get there.
Yeah, I think they were going around. Now we got a double center kind of a situation.
Now we might have something going here.
Now it feels like we're at a slam.
There we
just
go.
Not usually different colors. I love it. Yeah. I love it.
This one looks like it's running pretty straight. And once it starts to go, it's really going here. Trying to get around that guard. Looks like they're by.
I think they're by a fair bit. I think they're going for weight, but it needs to curl a little bit at the end. That's going to be pretty good.
Pretty good here. Right in the top 8.
Probably
like maybe a
half
sliver
buried,
open, but pretty good here. And like we said, it's been pretty straight with the hits, so that might be good enough. But it looks like they're going to try and take it on. Oh, no. Changing their mind. What did they... I think you're...
Looks like they changed to the freeze, maybe?
It looks like freeze ice to me.
Yeah.
Little bumps, probably not the end of the world if the line's okay.
I think you'd love to bump it if the line was good. But the problem with ice that has late finishes, your line's probably not going to be good if you're not icing for that. Yeah. Like, trying to get this one to curl now.
Got his knife out, trying to get this over here.
Got his knife out. I like that too.
Gonna give it a good little bump though.
I think that's a pretty good spot though. They left the rock in a really good place. Like it's hard to chase that and get low. It's maybe possible, but it makes it tough, and you leave your Yellowstone in a very dangerous spot.
So. A little high side could go right onto that back red, and all of a sudden you're sitting 2.
Yeah, and if you hit and roll away, then you've got double guard still. I think that's a good result.
Yeah. Looks like maybe we're gonna have a little more exciting end this time.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about other things. We can talk about the game now.
So we were seconds rock here. This is Devin Martin throwing for Team Llewellyn. Devin is an Indigenous Affairs advisor from Toronto. Has been curling for 31 years.
Wow.
Jeez.
Again, I'm not going to say how many years I've been curling for because.
Yeah. And I don't think Devin will tell us how old he is, so we may never know.
Yeah, no one needs to know.
Nice little hit and stick there, though. Ryan's looking at a couple red rocks here, trying to decide, do we get into it or do we try and do something a little more low risk? Looks like he's calling a little hit and roll at the back there. What do you like here?
I think if I was going to hit one, it would probably be the top one. That's the more dangerous rock of the two.
Yep. And maybe try and get behind the guards here is what they're thinking.
Yeah, like you could make the hit and roll and be shot, and so I think that's probably what they're thinking. But I think the rock that's going to end up hurting you is that top 12-foot rock.
Yeah. Looks like it's close, little on the outside.
Really good.
Really good, yeah.
I mean,
nice
I think
little
it's
roll.
A bit open, but a pretty good attempt.
You probably can see a bit of it. But again, you're behind the tee line, so.
Well, and the deeper a rock is in the house, the more time it has. Your rock has to finish. So the chase is easier always on a rock that's deeper than the chase on a rock that's in the top 12 foot, like we were just talking about.
Absolutely.
So this is certainly makeable.
Totally. Yeah, it looks like you can probably see most of it from the hacks.
Yeah, I think so.
This nice controlled weight, like a board weight. Just give it some time to curl. Another little roll behind. Yeah, that rock is going to be really well hidden.
But now you do leave a draw or a freeze opportunity. But this is again where that high rock is going to be the one that hurts you. You make this well to the top of the button. They have a short little
pretty
tap
usable
run,
rock there,
with that top 12-foot rock.
Yeah, and now you're kind of getting forced into this draw around the center when you have the hammer, which you don't love.
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice but to throw this. But yeah, it's like you've sort of put yourself in this situation by playing that chase instead of hitting the top one. If you hit the top one, you wouldn't have been shot, and I think that's part of the reasoning. Like they want to be shot rock.
Exactly, but it was pretty early.
Yeah, you didn't need to be shot yet, and you have the hammer, so like you still have the whole 8-foot to draw to if at any point it goes south.
Completely. Which is easy for you to say as two-time Scottish champion. Some of us in the club curlers.
Well, in fairness,
isn't as reliable as we like.
There's been plenty of times where the 8-foot has looked like the pinhole to me. Yeah, I get it. Everyone's been through that. I don't care what level you curl at. Everyone has lived that.
Is it feel? Is it just some days it escapes you?
It's feel, yeah. It's just feel. Like we used to try to change around things. Like I went through it like for a part of my career I threw to splits, and then I went away from throwing to splits. And it was just like, how many feet more than my last one kind of thing.
Yep.
And I like that better in general, but sometimes when I was really struggling, I would go back to split. Like, you just got to try something different. If I haven't made a draw, then, like, let's switch it up.
Yep.
So then we would go back to splits. Because someone was always taking a split, and I think that that's helpful, but they normally wouldn't tell me what it was or whatever. But then if I wasn't making any draws, I was like, hey, what kicked you? Like, let's try something else. What kick do you want?
What information? Again, it comes back to information, right?
Yeah, and then at some point you stop talking about anything. You're just like, hey, just like try to hit the 4-foot. But you may as well, if something's not working, like the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing and hoping that it works, and that's not. So then if we were struggling, if any of us, it wasn't just me. If any of us were struggling, we would just try to do something different.
Yeah.
If you normally threw to splits, we would switch it to long times, or we would switch it to feel, or we would you just keep changing it around until something works. Like you may as well, because you're not making it anyway. So why stick with the same thing that isn't working?
Completely.
This is a tough shot. Is he trying
to?
to
A tough little shot.
draw through the hole here?
Looks like it to me. They're set up pretty well here.
Even if you're light here and you block this hole, it's probably pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough for Team Corso. What are they going to do? This looks pretty good, though. This is coming in nice. Maybe a little rub off that red. And
yeah, you'd love to bounce this off a little bit if you could.
Oh, didn't even touch it.
Not quite.
Right side by side. Pretty good.
Pretty good, though, because it blocks the path in there.
Yeah, it's real tough to get in there. With the way this sheet is run, these sheets have been running, I don't know if you can get in there on either side with the way those guards are placed.
I think you got to run something back here.
We're going to see some heat here from Tony. As Tony sets up, we got a request from a viewer for some updates from the other sheets. Sheet number 1, which is looks like a C quarterfinal. Looks like Team Newell and Team Merrill Sweep. Team Merrill Sweep throwing the yellow rocks is up 2-1, playing the third. We've got sheet 3. We've got Team Ice Creamers throwing the red rocks. Got 5. Yeah, they're up by 5 after 1. That was the late start game that we saw from earlier. And they are playing Team And the Oscar Goes 2, a mix of players from Toronto and PEI. Sheet 4, Red Rocks are up 1-0. Those unfortunately are teams I don't recognize, so I don't know. But if you're following along at home, Red Rocks are up by 1. That's an Ottawa team throwing. We'll try and figure out who's playing on that sheet. And sheet 5 looks like it's the earlier draw.
Scoreboard,
yeah. Tide coming home, so that's an exciting, hard-fought match. Actually, the winner of that game, I have to play tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., so hopefully they're good.
So you hope that goes even longer.
Well, they won't go to an extra, hopefully, so... But hopefully they both stay up really late and are tired tomorrow. So, looks like... What did we have here?
They tried to run back and
didn't get it.
Didn't quite make it.
We've got another center guard going up, and now it's getting really hard to get in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's looking tough. They're talking about the draw, and I actually don't mind that, but it's scary because it's like if you don't make it now, you're in big trouble. But there's not really a great run back. There's those 2 top yellows are at such an awkward angle that I don't know how you get them both really and leave one of yours in there. So it's tough, but it does look like they're going to try this run back.
Yeah, might not hurt to send one of your own in and see what happens.
I think you'd love to stick the run rock here no matter what else happens, just to leave a yellow in there. Trying to get this to curl.
A little thin, but maybe might get something off the center. Oh, and it rolls over. Ooh. Are they lined up? I think it clears, huh?
I think you can drag it maybe, though.
Oh, they are frozen. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Depends on, I don't know what the drag's been like here this week, but there's a chance you could drag that on and make those reds both go.
And so to drag it, for those of us that think they understand it but aren't really entirely sure, can you walk us through it? The quick and dirty description of the drag effect?
So it's basically the opposite of what you think. Like if you've got 2 rocks, you would think you have to hit that top rock on the center line side to slash it across and drive the second one back towards that back red on the center line. You actually have to hit it on the other side.
Right.
So basically what happens is the momentum from your shooter drags the second and the third rock whichever way your shooter is pushing it. So if you hit it on the high side, as we're looking at it, the right-hand side, as we're looking down the sheet now, it'll drag it to the left because the momentum from that first rock drags those other rocks in that same direction. And it's not a perfect science. It depends on how frozen they are. It depends on the rocks. There's a whole bunch of factors, but I think those are close enough together that you would get some drag on that.
A little drag?
Yeah.
Anthony Device here sliding down to talk about it.
Yeah, I think they're looking at the same thing.
Anthony looks like Anthony thinks it'll drag.
Well, now if I'm red and I don't want to leave the drag, if you tap those at all and release it, then the drag goes away.
Yeah.
Like if they're separated by more than half a rock, there won't be any drag.
No.
So you don't even have to make this that good. You just have to get anywhere low and tap it at least a half a rock, and then that takes away any possibility of the drag.
Yeah, just unlock it a little bit, and then your shooter's even that much, or your raised rock is even that much closer to the.
Exactly.
To the
Yeah,
pin.
you tap it up into a good spot. Like you could tap it way further than that, but as long as you move it a few inches, you're okay. And if you tap it further than that, even if it goes back 4, how do they get at it?
Yeah, there's no real draw here right now. So it looks like that maybe is the call. A lot of ice though, so maybe this is just a straight guard.
Yeah, it could also that's the other option. So you could take away the drag by tapping it, but you could also just throw a guard on it and say good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, the double run back is that much harder than the single.
Well, and the drag also changes when you're running another rock back into it. So the drag won't be the same if you run the guard into it as it will be if your shooter hits it. So by throwing the guard, you sort of take away the drag as well.
Right.
And it's a less risky shot than trying to tap. If you tap it wrong, you might line it up for them and make it worse.
Absolutely, that's true. I've done that once or twice in my career where I throw the guard and it slides right up to it and lines it up.
Yeah, well, whoops. Yeah.
Guess I'm playing for the other team now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's never good when you go, geez, if I didn't throw that, it would have been better.
Should have stayed home today.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a straight guard from Kevin Flewelling.
Nice and high. Lots of room between
really
those
good.
two guards. Yeah.
Really good.
Those are hard to throw, those high guards.
Very hard, especially skipping. You don't practice them.
No. What do you do here now if you're Team Corso?
You're in trouble. You might try to angle tap the yellow, as crazy as that sounds, that kind of cornery guard. Because I don't know what else you do. And if you tap it in there even for second shot, it at least alleviates some of your stress right now.
Yeah. Try and
And if you
limit the
tap
damage.
it onto the frozen ones and roll it off, that's okay. Like you don't have to throw it hard. Throw just like a backline hack kind of way.
You know you're going to stick around.
Yeah, leave your shooter somewhere for your next one, an angle run or something if you need it, but tap that into the mess in the middle.
Absolutely.
And also open up your intern draw.
Yes,
like roll it
exactly.
a little bit away, and then at least you have a draw for your last one if nothing else.
So it looks like they're going to play the draw here.
Yeah, and this is there. If you make this, it's great because they won't be able to get to it, and you'll be shot rock and buried, and it's a hard shot, but it's a great reward if you make it.
Absolutely. And we saw, this looks like about where Kevin had the broom for his guard. So we got to believe that there's going to be a little finish here.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think if you take the same ice as the guard, then you'll end up in the same place with 20 feet more weight, which is what he's going to have to throw to make this.
And they're on it right away, though. Maybe they think it's light.
It does look light.
Looks a little light. A lot of hits in those first couple ends, so it's hard to make the flip to a draw, huh?
Well, and it might also be the ice has been. Oh, this is close.
They're really going.
The weight is good if they can get it
If
by.
it's really good.
Oh,
now it's gonna sit.
What a sweep!
Wow, what a shot!
That is a shot. Wow.
Is that any good? All of a sudden.
Well, and that's what we've seen all weekend here is it's so fast that we're sitting here going, that is so light, and it's back 4.
Oh, I've been sweeping them, and I've swept a couple a lot deeper than I meant.
Totally. It's deceiving, and it's good for the sweepers. That was really well judged and well managed to get that into the right
And they knew
spot.
right away. They knew we were on it right away.
Totally, and they just squeaked it by the guard. So absolutely brilliant management there, and a great result. And now all of a sudden the script flips.
Absolutely. Now it's need a pretty good draw here from Kevin Flewelling, or we might see this end turn right around. This one looks like the last one, so I gotta believe it must be close. They don't seem concerned yet.
I think they got to be worried about line right now.
It's on that front red, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, although it's gonna.
But if you
tap
bounce
and
off,
roll
then how do they
over.
get in there for 2?
Tough to get in there for 2.
Pretty good shot.
Might see that that tap that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, I think you might. I don't know how else you get your 2. So a quiet weight tap, just like a draw tap in there. Unless you, I don't think there's a hole that you can get through.
Not to do anything. There's a
Useful.
hole between those reds over there on the outturn side, but
Yeah, but it doesn't
right
help
onto the
you.
front one, so yeah. Some. Oh. He looked at something, and Patrick, we got the drag finger. No. So I don't know what they tried to call that.
The drag finger.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, the people watching will know the drag finger.
I
Maybe
love that. I'm going to start using that, the drag finger. That's the thing that's going to happen in my life moving forward.
That's what happens. You won't learn anything about curling from me, but I will teach you something.
I will know some stuff about drag, though, so that's good.
That's true. You talked about drag. I'll talk about drag.
Yeah, I love it. I'm here for that.
Had some drag here last night. Local drag king.
Drag King. That was super cool. I loved that.
Stroker was here, put on a great show for us. All right, so it looks like the tap here probably.
Yeah, I think
Not
that's
a lot of ice for this tap. Just goes to show it runs really straight with any weight.
well, and that's when you play a tap, you take the break point out of it. Like you're trying to throw backline weight. Well, it's going to hit the rock before it starts to curl.
Yeah.
So smart to not take a lot of ice, but they are sweeping this one for weight.
It looks for weight. Yeah. It's certainly not heavy. It's
Yeah, the line is perfect. It's just not going to get there.
Not quite. Hit a little thin. So it will be our first score of the game. One yellow. So Team Coruscant goes on the board first here in this A quarterfinal. That could have been a lot worse. So I think they'll probably be happy with it. They won't love the one, but it could have been a lot worse.
Well, yeah, I was worried they weren't going to have a shot for one. So the fact that they had a shot for 2 is a big win. A beautiful draw for Ryan Coruscant on this first one that really set that up.
Pulled
That
it
was
out of the bag.
got his team out of some pretty big trouble. Team Llewellyn, the better team that whole end, except for that one last shot.
Absolutely. That's how it goes sometimes.
Absolutely, it only takes one. That's the kind of great and mean part of the game.
It can be the most frustrating thing ever when you're
Totally.
playing sometimes people.
Yeah,
But really
absolutely.
satisfying when you're the one making the shot.
Oh yeah, when you make it, it's great. When you're the team that's been outplayed the whole time and you make one shot out of 8 and then you end up with a good situation, you're like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
When you're the other team, you want to throw yourself off a cliff, but that's how it goes.
But Team Llewellyn won't be upset with the 1 as well. That's the 4.
No, you have to, and that's the thing I always talk about. You have to take out of your head the how. So for Team Llewellyn, you would have been happy with a force going into that end. Yes, it looked like you should have, been potentially stealing 1 or
Even a
2
couple,
or whatever. Yeah, but you gotta park that part and go. Okay, when we went into this end, we would have been happy with the force. That was our end goal, and we got there. So you have to try to forget how you got there and just be happy that the result ended up being what you wanted it to be. And that can be hard to do because emotionally, you were watching that whole end going like, oh, we might steal 1 or 2, and and then, it ends up being the force, but the force was what you wanted. It's what you set out that start of that end to do, so you have to be okay with that.
Yep. All right, so we are into end number 4 here, and center goes up. Team Llewellyn chooses to come around the center. Interesting call here. Maybe driven by the no-take rule, but I'm not sure if that yellow is it. Do you think it's touching center?
I don't think it's touching, but I think the tick is still not an easy shot to make. So to call it, to me, the rock not touching center matters later. When this freeze is made, now if it's not touching, assuming it's not, you can play a little backline weight, something, and if you chisel a guard, you're really happy. Yeah. Where if that's touching center, you maybe don't play that yet. Yeah. You play just a straight freeze or come around the other side or something to not risk touching that guard and then everything going back to where it was. Yeah. So I like the come around. I think that's a smart call, and you don't need to get super aggressive with it yet.
Yeah, and we did get the... So we did get, sorry, we're just getting our drink order. We got a little sidetracked. You're all going to have to wait, so Chelsea and I can have another beer.
Priorities.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. Let us have a drink. So we did have that draw turn into a tap that finished up nicely. And that's mostly behind that guard, I think. So
yeah, it ended up really good.
Really good situation
it's one
for
of
Team
those where
Corso.
you love to call the tap, but you're afraid to, and then they ended up making it.
Made it beautifully.
Better.
Yeah.
So now would love to tap this. This looks light though.
This looks a little light. It looks like it's going to be close to it though. Going hard. Anthony and Devin sweeping that hard, trying to get the freeze, and not quite.
That's a great sweep.
Really good sweep. That light all the way down.
Yeah, they didn't quite get it there, but they did get it buried. It's not a bad spot. So now a little bit of pressure on Team Corso to put a good one in here. You probably just want to sit two, but where do you go? Like, do you freeze this back one? I think that was my first thought.
Yeah.
Or hit it.
Or even hit it.
Yeah. I don't mind that because they still have to make a play on, like, they've still eventually got to deal with that rock top forefoot, and their rock, as much as it's in a not a bad spot, it's also kind of a guard.
Yep.
So it's going to be in the way for them to try to deal with that yellow rock. So I like this call.
Yep. Clear out the back, stick around, sit two, make them work for it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to stick though? Oh, very nice.
That'll stick right there.
Really good shot.
Rolls a little outside. No, great hit and roll, because if you hit and roll off that, you're not going to be shot.
No,
so,
that's perfect.
in a really good spot sitting
really
too.
Well done.
I think we might see this this guard come back. Devin loves the high hard one for sure.
He better, because
Devin a lot.
They need it right now.
Yeah. Trying to make contact in the rings here, or are you okay with the straight peel?
I don't think a straight peel is bad, but I think you'd love to make contact. Even if, honestly, even if you took your own rock out, I think it's still better than it is right now.
Yep. Hearing the Mambo number 5, I'm wondering if maybe that's someone's karaoke song, or is that just the DJ? Oh, a little inside. Gets the straight peel, so not all bad, but Team Corso sitting two and throwing here, so not bad shape as their second, Patrick Corbière, sits in the hack. Patrick is also known as Boomer, I see here. He's from L'École, Quebec. Played in several spiels with Patrick. He's very lovely, involved in the organization of the Montreal Leagues and one of the Montreal queer spiels. So,
why Boomer?
And that's an excellent question. I don't know. We'll talk. Okay. He doesn't look like much of a boomer to me, but
no, that's what I mean. Is it like boomer in the traditional sense, or is there a story there that we need to know about?
Maybe we'll find out. Is that a cider? Oh. Sorry. So, see the guard, Patrick through the guard back. We're going to try this run back again, see if Devin can make some noise in the house. This looks close. Got it. Oh, there. Oh!
That works out.
That works out pretty good. Leaves the center guard, though.
Yeah, it's not great, but at least like if you run that back and you don't run that red into something, like sticking that red there makes a big difference.
Absolutely. Well, all of a sudden now you're second shot, so that's a lonely yellow.
And and as the team without the hammer for Team Corso, I don't think you leave that there ever. So now you hit it, and now like I still think like, you can probably see most of that top 4 foot yellow with the in-turn. So by forcing them to hit this, you allow a hit. You're not at risk of giving up a steal anymore all of a sudden, where if you didn't make noise in the house and stick your run rock, you might have been.
Yep. Another little hit and stick here, this time from Tony, the Vice. Going hard to curl. Ooh, that looks like it might roll out. Tough one.
Yeah, that's a bit of a let off the hook situation.
Yeah. Tony, I know Tony's hard on himself. He won't be happy with that.
I thought you could see more of it than...
No, you're good. Yeah, just probably a sliver, eh?
Yeah.
Hard to see. Oh, there we go. We're kind of off to the side a little bit. You can see they're both pretty close to that center line.
Yeah, I think you can see enough of it to chase it.
Give it a go here, don't you?
I think he may as well.
Kick
because
the guard, it's not the end of the world. Throw enough so that you move it off the
if
center.
you don't move it out of the house, you're just trying to open up something for you. Like, as long as you have a shot for one here, then you can try to set up a late two.
Yeah. Give yourself the 4 to 8 foot, depending on how confident you're feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is Team Flowing Vice, Anthony Passetti. Anthony is from Toronto and is a transit director. Anthony and I have actually curled in this spiel before. I don't want to mention how many years ago it was, but we have played together. He's moved on to play with much stronger teams than I have, but that's okay. No, Anthony's a good friend and he's a great curler. And looks like we got a nice one here. Just going to get by this guard.
Woo!
Oh, by nothing. Gets by the guard. Larry was more shocked than anybody, I think.
What a great shot.
This is probably the thing I love the most about K curling is the reactions.
Oh, the reactions are second to none.
Larry Tobin's over here getting a sip of water after that one. I don't think he's swept one that hard in a long time.
No, and he's telling us how surprised he was that it got by.
Shocked and tired, I think, were the two responses we got from him. So, really great FIFA to get that by, and Tony's going to try and do the same here. This looks a little wider. Patrick's on. Oh, they're on and off. This must be close as well. It's really close. Oh, another beautiful shot. Little wider, bounces open, but not too bad.
They're making that look easy.
Smile from Tony, though. I think he thought that was gonna wreck. You can see he knows that was a close one. Phew. So now, though, a little more simple for Anthony here. This one's now bounced in the open. So we watch this hit come down. I'm seeing here. Looks like Larry, who we were talking about a second ago, says here he was really proud that he met you yesterday. Made his day.
Oh, that's adorable. I love that. We did have a good chat yesterday. It was good.
It's been great having you here. Have you had fun hanging out at one of these things?
Absolutely, yeah. I had a blast.
So made the hit, but little roll inside, but looks like you can probably see the whole thing here, if not all of it. Yeah, it looks like,
I think there's room to get a little low on this, which is, I imagine, what they'll be trying to do.
Yeah, see if you can get a steal or a force going here. All of a sudden on Skip Rocks, Ryan Corso, skip of this team, settling in. So I mentioned he's going to Pride Nationals with most of this team. I see here 10 appearances at Pride Nationals for Ryan Corso. It's so great to also, not to brag about us gay curlers, but it's so nice to hear that we've got something like that's been going on for so long. And,
100%.
And we're watching it here. Like this is going to be a Pride Nationals game. This is some good curling here.
They're good. They're high-level curlers, and it's really cool to see that that we've gotten to that point with the LGBT leagues and spiels and nationals. Like, that's amazing, and that just makes me so happy to see.
Great experience, and always so fun. Like I said, we talk about how much fun these events are. You can hear people have cleared out a little bit. Maybe the karaoke has started, and it's a little more interesting than the curling right now. But a lot of great experiences. A lot of fun to come to these events.
No, 100%, and everybody's just been so lovely and so great. And everybody wants to win, but they also are here to have a good time. And it's just like the perfect sort of vibe at a spiel. It's ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all friends off the ice, and that's really cool.
Which is amazing, yeah.
And that's just the sport, right? Like you talked a little bit about it at dinner, but with that extends. I think it sounds like to even at the high levels. Like you obviously still want to win, but we're all here for this game that we really love.
100%, and it does. It's more intense, obviously, at the high level as far as the losses are worse, and you're maybe not as close friends as some of you guys are, but same idea, and you still. Everybody, I get asked all the time, who do you hate? And I don't hate anybody. We just, when you're playing against them, you want to beat them, yeah, but you don't hate them as people. Like, they're good people, yeah. So that just doesn't really exist.
And meeting people you otherwise wouldn't have met.
100%, in all walks of life and all that stuff. And I mean, that's like the people are the best part of curling, and it's the true magic of the sport to me is the community and the people that are involved. And coming to events like this just sort of affirm that for me. Not that I didn't know it already, but it's like a reaffirmation that the people are just so incredible.
Yeah, completely. Nice looking draw here from Kevin Llewellyn right down to the pin, right on top of it. And pretty well buried, I think.
Yeah,
probably can see enough of it to make this hit.
I think you can chase it, but it's hard. Yeah, you can see maybe a third of a rock or so. So it's definitely there, but it's no picnic. And this is one where, with that late finish, like we talked about, if you're a little heavy, you breeze by it on the high side, and if you're a little light, you rack the guard.
Yeah, and I know,
you got to get that speed right. It's so weight sensitive when you have that late finish because you need to hit the break point at the right time.
Yeah, and like I said, we played Team Corso earlier today, and I know Ryan had a couple that he overthrew, and he and certainly Tony acknowledged that he'd overthrown it. So got to be really careful here. What are you looking for here? Kind of like a hack waiter, maybe board, make sure you get it out?
I think either one is fine. It's all about throwing the weight you ice for, because that's the weight sensitivity. I think I would be thinking a hack, but it doesn't matter what weight you pick as long as you throw it to the broom.
And they sweep it that hard. Now they switch to the curl. This looks really close. I think he's got it.
Great shot.
Only good. Sit 2 did roll open a little bit, but that's probably about as good as you could have made it, I think, there. Maybe you could have got a little underneath with a little less weight, but you don't want to risk it.
Yeah, but you can't risk it. I don't mind that. You're happy with the force, so I think
and that's what that's going to be here.
Yeah, you just make sure you stick and take your force out of it. And
yeah, you wreck on that guard all of a sudden.
Yeah, or you miss it on the high side. Like I don't think it's worth playing it quiet because it's so many more things can go wrong. I think that was a smart call and very well made there from Ryan Corso.
Got the nose hit here to try and get away with a force here for Kevin Llewellyn, end number 4. Oh, we're switching to the curl here, maybe a little wide. Got to get it over pretty close to the nose to stick around with these lively rocks. I think he's going to be okay. Rolls a little bit, but we'll stay for 1. So Team Llewellyn ties it up in 4. 1-1 after 4. This is some Grand Slam scoring we have going on here. So while they regroup, getting ready for end number 5, updates from the other sheets. We've got playing 4, Team Merrill Sweep up 3-1 over Team Newell. Sheet number 3. These pillars are in the way. I still see the 5, but I don't know where the 2 and the 3 went. No, they're playing 3.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Okay, well, we'll skip that one, I guess. 3. Oh, we got 2-1 over there on sheet 4. Let me see if I can see which game that is. I can't. It's all right. And it looks like sheet 5 is empty. I wonder who I have to play tomorrow. I guess we'll find out later. So into end number 5 here. It's the A quarterfinal here at the over the rateable Bonspiel. Team Llewellyn playing the red. Team Corso playing the yellow has the hammer. Looks like we've got a hog drop.
That is a hog
Those
drop.
are hard. Tried to get the high guard maybe, and a little too high.
I don't know how it works here, but that used to be a round.
So earlier in the weekend, there were some pins. You'll see a few players around the lounge with some I hogged it pins, and I think there's a prize for the team or someone who hogged it. But put in your $2 and get an I hogged it pin. So no center guard. So put up the corner and see if you can get a multiple score here, maybe. Going hard to get this over to the center line. Something they can't tick. Not quite. A little wide there from Larry. Must be trying too hard to impress you, Kelsey.
I hope that's not why.
Heading around the corner guard here. This looks pretty close.
I think they must be playing ends.
Well, it's one of two things. We've got some significant others over there watching, but it does sound like ends might be happening. I played around with that last night, got a free drink out of it.
There you go. I haven't played any yet since I got here. It feels like I've been missing out.
Pretty textbook looking end here. Center guard, corner guard, around the corner. Around the center, this looks pretty close. Maybe a little heavy. Gonna slip a little deep.
Yeah, a little bit back.
Just enough.
Not bad, though.
Not bad. Pretty well buried.
Call that the box setup. Center guard, corner guard, and one around each.
Yeah. Never any shortage of excitement here at these.
Yeah. Probably can't hear us anymore. The background is taking over the broadcast.
Going after this one behind the guard, I think, but it's curling hard. Tristan's going really hard to try and get it by.
Oh, that's the worst. That little
I hate
feather
those.
rub. That's
I
a disaster.
hate those.
Oh,
As a
they're
front end
so-
player,
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
just tickles it and moves it over a little bit. What a bummer.
Yeah, bummer is a good word for it. Coming around this again, trying
like
to
it.
get
Now
to
that-
probably like full 8 foot, but if you're short, it doesn't hurt you here
Totally
as long
fine,
as your
yeah.
line's okay.
Little biter. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Does
pretty
the
good
trick.
spot,
It's
I
not
think.
second shot, but it doesn't have to be right now because
No, it doesn't need to.
Ryan's got to deal with it here. So what do we like here? Try see if you think you can see enough to make the double here, or just make sure
they
you.
think they can. Yeah, trying to run it straight back.
Oh no! Looks like it
Oh,
picked out of his hand.
yeah.
Ah, you hate to see those. But they're trying to get something going on. Maybe move this guard.
I mean, a double peel is still
Yeah,
possible.
totally. What do we got here? Oh, made noise on everything.
Yeah. A little unlucky.
A little
It ended
lucky,
up,
but also for a pick that
Yeah,
out of
like
his
not
hand.
the worst.
Like it's,
Yeah. But you've got no guards left, so that's the good
Yeah.
news. It ended up jamming it into a kind of a better spot, unfortunately.
Completely.
So that sucks. But you at least got rid of both guards. So
Yeah.
that, as much as you don't really want that red rock in the house, it's not hurting you that much.
Yeah,
and
now
and
you're
it's
now you're
not a guard.
forcing Team Llewellyn to make a pretty good guard, right?
Yeah, now you've got straight access to shot rock,
Yep.
and that's not a bad situation. So overall, for a pick, I think they have to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're in pretty good spirits about it. A lot of shrugged shoulders, but not much you can do. I
I mean,
don't
fair
think.
enough. Yeah, that seems like a fair reaction to me.
Yeah. Oh, little indecision here. Trying to decide what they want to do. Looks like they've settled on the guard. Should have just listened to us in the first place, I guess, huh? Going hard on this one. Trying to get it over across the line, maybe, or keep it straight.
I think they're trying to keep it straight. It's just,
It's
or
curling
trying to
hard.
they're trying to bounce it off this top one, but I don't think
yeah,
they're going
not
to.
quite.
So that will leave
Just
access to
do it.
that shot stone.
Yeah, that's a tough one. All of a sudden, split the rings here.
Yeah, hit and roll away at all. You're in a really good spot.
Yeah. Tony with his mismatched shoes.
I did notice that earlier.
There's been a lot of comments on the red and blue shoes in the lounge this weekend. Don't know if you bought two pairs and gonna wear these and then swap them later, or
Yeah, I imagine that's the plan. I know we saw that from Chris Plies and
Yeah.
Colin Huffman did
Yeah.
it, and they weren't switching. They just bought two because they were like weightlifting shoes,
right.
and they each bought a pair, and then they swapped one shoe with the other person. So one of them had a mirror image of each other with the shoes, and it was good. They aren't doing it this year. I was like, what happened to your fun shoes, guys?
Keep changing them up. Nice little shot there, right in behind those reds.
Yeah, the problem is, I think you'd like to roll away. Now,
Yeah.
if this freeze is made, it
Freeze
takes
is made,
everything away from
absolutely.
you. So it looks
Completely.
good because it's buried, but
Yeah.
it's the only out that you could have given Team Llewellyn. So this is a huge shot.
Yeah. Hard sweep, trying to get it there. You're getting it from all angles here in the stream, but it's going to come up a little bit short. They've backed right away. That's never a good sign when the sweepers leave town.
Well, and everything's hooked.
Yeah.
So now you've got no angles, no guards to raise. This is a massive opportunity here for
Going to
Corso.
try and draw around there, try and sit three. get it
Yeah,
buried
anywhere in the
behind
top
those.
of the house. Like I think
Yeah.
ideally you're full top four and,
Oh.
and say over to you. Like if I'm Team Llewellyn, I'm going, uh-oh.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're 4 different corners of the ice right now. They're a little nervous. Little keeping it clean. Now we're going hard to curl it. Looks like it's out there. It's close to this guard, but we've seen a lot of these.
The line's
really
fine.
hard.
It just needs to sit.
Just needs to calm down here. Tristan's going hard, seeing if he can get it buried. This looks pretty close.
That's really good.
Oh, it's really good, but you might be able to see enough of it. It's, what do we think? Maybe half open, a little more maybe?
I'm guessing half at most.
Yeah.
Looks like they're lining up the run back.
We see Devin and Anthony here. What are you talking about as you're skipping your vice line up this shot? If you're the front end, what are you talking about here? It's a hit, so maybe a little less need to worry if you're the front end players, but anything that you want to be talking about here?
I think more just like, A, do you agree with the shot? Or do you see something that might make more sense? And then B, kind of what the spot, like you sort of want to be, as the front end, you sort of want to be mirroring whatever the back end is doing. So you want him to come down and everything he says to you is what you thought for yourself as well. So you're going, okay, how much weight, what might we play at this? Is the spot going to finish, or is it going to go straight with weight or whatever? So that when Kevin comes down in the hack and he goes, something like, do you like that ice? They go, yeah, I think it'll go really straight here.
Yeah.
Like just conversations about everything that might happen with the call, I think is usually the plan for the front end. Less important on not a draw, but to your point.
Totally. Yeah. I know I like to say, if I'm not 100% sure when my skip asks me a question, I just say whatever he thinks so that he feels confident when he's trying to throw the shot.
Totally. Oh, no, that's a great strategy.
Oh, is that any good? Little roll into the catcher and down. Nice run back, but
yeah, it's a great shot.
Yellow's still there. Shot hard to get to.
Yeah, they were trying to make the run double and didn't quite get that, but like that's a tall ask. I mean, he made that really well. It's just they were in so much trouble that there wasn't a great option other than making that run double.
No, and he was close, not a mile off,
but it's still going to be tough now to
still in
score.
A lot of trouble.
This goes in there well again. You're looking at a steal of 2 potentially.
Absolutely. Big shot here, big chance for a steal if he can get this buried. Ryan Forcell. A little early.
Looks close.
Yeah. On
Got
off.
some room. Now they're trying to make it curl a bit.
Starting to come in though. Looks close.
Needed to sit for
Yeah,
weight, though. You
you're
don't
right.
want to be back tee here. It's pretty close, though.
It is really close.
Great shot.
Really good. Big trouble now for Team Llewellyn. What do you think here? Try that run back again? Or?
I don't know what else you have.
Yeah.
You make the run double. If you could stick it, you would get 2. And I don't see anything easy for 1, so why not try the shot for 2 then, if that's the case? He
Absolutely.
just made it.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't miss it by much.
Very
Give it another
similar,
go.
yeah.
They got a good idea what the ice is. Devin and Anthony both skipped, so I know they'll have some thoughts about the line and reading the ice. So. Trying to look, what are they looking at here? Do you think are they worried about whether it clears those guards? Maybe. But I get you want to hit it on the outs a little bit on the nose or outside. So I think those guards should. though. Those tight overlap guards shouldn't be an issue.
No, I think you can get it by those, but I get wanting to look at it, but it looks like they're maybe throwing a draw
like
here.
They switched now. They don't seem convinced.
Oh man, the draw looks really hard though.
Yeah.
A hard hole to draw through. If you get by that wide corner guard.
From the way they've been running, it looks like, yeah, you're going to have to miss that by not very much, and then it's going to go hard.
Even then, I think you're going to be hard-pressed to get by that top yellow.
And if you're on that top yellow, you're not shot.
No, you're still giving up a steal or two, so then why not try the run? I'm surprised by this a little bit. I'll be very impressed if he makes it, though.
Exactly. Sweeping this hard. Big strokes from Devin. They're trying to get it over there and into the rings, but this looks light. Uh-oh. Big trouble now.
This is for 4 now.
4, isn't it? Yeah.
Just hit 4, I should say.
And we're into last rock now, yeah. Ryan's second. Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, the yellow doesn't have the hammer, but they hadn't hung the score
We talked about
yet.
this. I'm not gonna keeping track of what end it is, but I was like, I don't think we're in 4.
No, I knew we weren't, but I think it wasn't hung up there, so I was confused. But so yeah.
So the inside out hit for a
4.
huge 4. That would really blow this game open. Team Corso had to come out of the A qualifiers. They were one of the lower A qualifiers. And so they played once already to Gabe, but so maybe coming into this as the underdog, but a big 4 would change this game real quick.
Guaranteed the 2. So
Guaranteed
that's a
the
nice
2, absolutely, yeah. Real low risk shot here. Patrick's on it. Oh, now they're off. Now they're going to switch to the curl. Looks a little wide, but close. I think they've got contact here. And he's got it. A huge 4 for Team Coruscant. Little smile from Ryan in the lounge. Kevin's maybe a little less impressed.
Fair enough.
Those are tough ones. How do you handle that when someone makes a shot that really kind of turns your game around? How do you
I
come
think
back?
you left him that shot, and so the challenge is not that he made it. The challenge is that you put yourself in a situation where he had a shot for 4. So I think they'll look at the middle part. They got in some trouble pretty early there, and the draw around those guards that ended up as a guard and left everything staggered was what really did put them in huge trouble, and then there was not a lot of recovery from there.
Yeah, really tough end there, and late in the game too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, so I think we'll see this probably come in the house, see if Team Corso can play some defense. Did you ever think about going after him one more time after you take the 4s? See if they're a little rattled, see if you can generate a steal, or?
Yeah, I don't hate it, but I think the first one going in the house makes sense. Like you're still gonna have an opportunity to throw a guard. They're always throwing one, so I don't mind the first one in. Then they throw a guard, then you could still throw a tight guard on that if you wanted to, and set it up that way in a bit of a lower
set it up a little backwards
situation. Yeah, exactly. Just flip the script a little bit.
Because you know you won't. You know they're not going to hit that one in the house.
Never. Yeah. Or if they do, you'd be very happy about it.
Yeah, you're thrilled. You're absolutely thrilled.
So you're okay. Let them hit it. That would be great.
Well, I'm sure this team will have talked about it. I see here they say they feel like they've been curling together for 200 years. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
It doesn't sound like a good thing to me.
But this is their second season together, and there's a little smiley face next to it. So
that's good.
Not enough time to be sick of each other yet, I suppose.
As long as there's a smiley face, we're okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's all about the emojis.
Yeah. So that center guard goes up from Team Llewellyn, and looks like we're going to get maybe the freeze of the tight center here from Tristan for Team Forest Hill.
Yeah, that corner guard didn't curl as much as they probably wanted it to. It's basically an off-center guard, so now an opportunity here for Forest Hill.
Yeah.
I'd be considering throwing a guard here and kind of trying to hook it a little bit, and then
that's what I was thinking. Little. I know we're in January. A little Christmas tree.
Christmas tree, yeah, I love that.
This looks like they're tapping for the freeze. It's close. Nice little freeze here. What do you like here? Try and turn that just off center guard into a corner guard, or?
I sort of like, I might go around with the O-turn around everything.
Yeah.
Like deep in the house, you don't even need to be shot. Just like try to bury it around that whole mess.
Yeah, if you can get it nice and buried, it's pretty safe there. Those yellows are overlapped, so they're not coming onto it.
I don't mind a second corner guard for now. I think eventually that's your shot, but like you could
looks like
delay it a little bit. It looks like that's what they're going to do,
and
I like
get
that.
A little off center,
because you're probably going to get a peel out of Team Llewellyn Team Coruscant based on where they place their first couple. They're going to play this fairly defensive, so I don't mind another guard for now, and then later in the end you loop one around everything, and then they peel, and then you loop another one around, and you put some pressure on.
Yeah, totally. Team Foe is going to have to take some risks here. This one also not wanting to curl for Larry.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little more curl to the middle and less to the wing on this sheet. I don't know if that's the case on all of them, but those were both pretty gradual. They had to play both for weight too, which doesn't help, but it looked like the finish was they were expecting it, and it sort of never really came.
Never really happened, yeah. Some cleanup on the neighboring sheet as we watch Patrick set up. I played on sheet 1 earlier while they were filming the feed for sheet 2, and you forget the cameras are there, and then you slide by one and go, oh, everyone just saw me making a face as I slid by. A little discussion on the team here. Looks like the first three look like they like coming in house. Or maybe the call. House or tight.
I wonder if it's a guard. I think it might be a guard.
It's a guard. Watching this one, hoping for it to curl. Tristan trying to get it over there now. A little bounce off that guard, maybe.
Oh, just a little tiny little rub. That's perfect, though. That
really
ended up great.
You always feel a little bad for those.
Yeah. It was, even if it got by, though, I think it still would have been good.
Yeah,
so that one is not, like, you sometimes see the really lucky ones. That one is reasonable.
Yeah. Getting hassled by the players in the lounge. So we got the run back coming here from Devin. It looks like needs to curl though. No, not gonna get it. Too bad. Goes over another corner over there, but Team Forest will sit in 2. I think we'll see that guard go back up pretty quick.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a steady diet of this until there's noise made in the house, and they might consider changing it. But for now, if I'm Team Coruscant,
pretty happy with those 2 in the house.
Forever unless they make noise.
Yeah. Speaking of playing ends, we've got Team Coruscant. We talked to them before the game. Best piece of advice for a beginning curler: play ends. Just make sure you budget for it, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't plan to drive home either.
Exactly. Nice center guard here from Patrick Corbière.
Very nice.
Now, what do you like here? Do you send your own back, or send one of theirs back, or send your own back?
I mean, I sort of, like, the result from making the one on your own is better, especially this long one on the right-hand side here as we look at it, but it's very all or nothing. So I don't mind playing the middle one again. They almost just made it, so the same kind of thing, maybe a hair less ice, and just try to spread the rocks out. You don't need to kill them, just move them off the center line.
Just start to get them off the center line and give you some breathing room.
Exactly, yeah.
It's tempting to try and run one off one side to give you the draw pass, but those rocks are, like, they're not even really in the 4 foot, so
no,
you
have
draw
to
there.
draw still.
You have the
you
draw
have
there.
The intern draw right now, so I don't think I'd worry about that so much. Just try to, but again,
try and
they're
make
trying
some
to get
space
this
here.
curl.
Just a little outside. Tony will try the center guard here.
Yeah, just put it back. Same shot they just threw.
Same as it was. The Bonspiel this year is Oscar themed. Fabulous and famous is the theme. We asked the teams who would win the Oscar for creating the most drama. It's Tony, the thrower, right now. I know Tony well, and I think that's probably correct.
You support that?
I think that's definitely right. And I think this is actually Tony's handwriting, so I think Tony also knows that he's
even better. He's self-aware.
Yeah, that's so we like. So there's a little tighter this time, though. A little different line, maybe a little easier run back. Do you think?
Yeah, it looks like they're looking at the chase through the hole. That looks really hard to me.
Yeah.
But it might have curled enough that the run back is also hard because of that corner guard. Like it might be.
It's true. Yeah. We're kind of off to the side a little bit. I'm looking at the TV here with the overhead. Hard to see. I think you can see most of that front yellow. But you kind of need to get low side to get rid of them both, don't you?
You do, yeah. So I think that's why they're not playing it. I think if they had it, they would play it. But it looks like they're coming straight into the house. And you're not ever going to kill both here. You're just trying to kill the back one. Leave your shooter somewhere behind the mess of corner guards, and all of a sudden it's a little risky.
Absolutely. And it's still pretty early in the end. This is just Vice's first rock. Trying to get the curl past that guard, and they will not. Uh-oh. And it's going to spin right out. But again, got a little bit of space, but going to be another yellow rock here pretty quick.
If they thought they couldn't play the run back on the last one, they're about to really not be able to. So it's I mean you've always got a shot for one. I think you might see Team Llewellyn switch to trying to get two by coming around everything and trying to go about it that way, because I'm not sure there's any defensive shots left to play.
No, it's getting tough. Sometimes you got to know when to switch gears. Tony's got the stereotypical arm out. I think it's heavy, and I just threw it. But it doesn't look too bad.
Pretty good.
Just in time, yeah. And yeah, you're right. There it is. Switch gears, come around.
I think you have to. I don't see a lot. Like you're 4 down. I don't see a lot
anything
in the
less
middle.
than a 2 here is
it's
not great. Yeah. And that guard's not far off the center line. You can get, pretty close to the center line behind it.
You can get almost to the button with this if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
It's
pretty high.
I think you try to loop one around. I actually think you want to be deeper, though, because if you put it top 4, then how do you get your 3? Yeah. So I think you want to go back 4 almost and just get it as buried as you can and hope they miss and then do it again.
Yeah, you're going to need a little help at this point.
100%, yeah.
See if Anthony has draw weight in his pocket. I'm hearing back 4 from inside the lounge. I don't know if that's
Back four is great.
what you want. They're going hard. This is curling hard.
Line's really close.
Yeah, they backs right off. Here it comes. There you go, back 4. Pretty good.
Yeah, they actually overswept that for line. They could have been carving that at the end.
Other way.
Yeah,
they get it buried.
Now it leaves. I mean, you don't need to move it very far, but if that got more buried, it makes the freeze harder. And
Completely.
now, you could freeze right to that and take it all the way, anyways.
Absolutely, yeah. Tough to get shot, but you could really make it hard to get more than one.
Well, and anywhere short, you can get shot, I think, but it's not even that important. You just need to be second somewhere in front of it, and then how is it a multiple point score? You're really happy with the force here if you're Ryan Coruscant. So knowing the smart miss on this one is important. The pro side miss is important here.
Yeah. And is that something that you would tell your sweepers when you send the hack to
Absolutely,
throw?
absolutely. I would tell if it wasn't my shot, I would indicate that even freeze to it, but shore's fine.
Yeah.
And when I got down to the hack, I'd say, okay, I mean we'd love to be frozen, but anywhere short's really good.
Yeah.
So that they know, because it's not just my pro side miss, it's theirs too in the sweeping.
How important is that? Making sure you know the way to miss?
Very, very. That's the kind of communication that separates good teams from great teams.
Yeah.
And at some point, you just have to try to make the shot. But when there is a pro side miss, which in this case there's a very obvious pro side miss, then it's really important that everybody's on the same page. And unfortunately, this is not the pro side miss.
Not the pro side miss. It's going to hit it and bounce a little bit open. So maybe an opportunity here.
Massive opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, if you ever could tap that and roll in a little bit again, or even freeze to it, you bring a 3 into play here now.
Absolutely, which would really going to help their cause if they can get a 3
it needs to be crooked.
Yeah.
A 2 would be okay, a 3 would be even better. It's more crooked than a 2.
Yeah. A little housekeeping. This is a pretty important shot, so they want to make sure.
They must have seen something. They're acting like there was something in the ice there, so make sure you get rid of that before you go and throw this shot.
Yeah.
This is a big one for Kevin Flewelling.
No fluff balls in the way.
No.
Oh, we've got a final on sheet 4, it looks like. Head to the Rainbow Ruckers over the Rainbow website. You can get all the score updates. Because now that they've shaken hands, I don't think we'll see a score go up. So I think we'll be in the dark. But it looked close, so it must have had a big end.
Yeah, red was winning, but they didn't have the hammer, so I'm not sure what happened over there.
Big
oh no, sorry, yellow was winning. I didn't see before, but
those dang pillars.
I'm guessing it's yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow with the win over there, which is not West Elf. That's the other team.
Yeah.
This looks close.
This does look close. Carve it over. It's all there. A little rub, and it's going to be pretty good.
Oh, that's really good.
Very good. Very good. Although you might be able to see a little bit of it.
I think you can see a chunk of it, but based on how late, that one didn't finish really hard at all.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be a tough chase, but it's maybe there. Oh, they're going to play the run back.
Certainly there.
Well, and I don't think red's already sitting 2, so I don't think you can hurt yourself. Run it back. If you kill one red, you're pretty happy. At least he has to make the shot for 2, and
Absolutely.
it's only for 2.
Yeah,
so
limit the damage.
Why not? I don't really see anything good anything else good that you could make. Larry Tobin giving us
the eye roll, though we're losing by 4 eye roll. Never a position you want to be in. Certainly not in the A games. Those of us down in C and D might hope for the changing of the winds in a game like this, but you never know.
Well, it could be right now. If
could be right now.
Then you maybe have a shot for 3. It's not going to be an easy shot,
sudden,
but it's probably there, and that would go a long way.
It's a very close game again.
Flewelling's cause, yeah.
on this for curl out of his hand. This looks a little wide.
Dude, you don't want to be curling it early. It's never going to get all the way there, and this is not going to be it.
No dice. Oh,
but how do you get 3?
Tough to get 3.
You can come right to the face of your own. I think you're okay, but
I think so
you
too.
have to
Yeah,
get all the way
you
to
gotta
the
get
nose.
all the way there. Yeah. But we just saw them get there with even a little extra weight, so it might be there.
Well, it's definitely there. He's going to throw 5 feet, 6 feet less weight than he just threw, and then you'll get a little more late finish in theory. And even if you could afford to tap it, it doesn't matter where the other red goes. You just got to get to the nose of it. So as long as he does that, then it's a 3.
Yeah.
And then we got ourselves a game.
And we got a game again. You never know.
You never know. What we love about and hate about sport is it's the unpredictability of it.
Absolutely. Just when you think it's going one way, sometimes it doesn't. That's what we love and hate about curling.
100%, yeah.
Can turn around in a heartbeat. Final stone and number 6 here. Kevin Flewelling drawing for 3.
Sweeper's on this one right away.
Oh, right away. It's certainly not heavy.
They got to get it by, too.
Curling hard. It's trying to dive at that guard.
I think it's by, but
can they get it into the 4-foot for 3? They're going real hard. And they did it.
What a great
sweep. It didn't even come to a rest, and they were kicking them away. Great sweep. Smile from Kevin. Larry's wiping his brow like he had anything to do with that. Some heavy breathing from Devin and Anthony.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. I don't know where the oxygen tank is here at the Ottawa Curling Club,
we might
but
need
I think Anthony and Devin could use it. Devin wearing his Yas shirt, or his Yas hat. He'll be happy about that.
Yes.
Yes, we got 3. They're still alive. Anthony having a big swig of his sports drink there before he gets ready to sweep this one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
When I played doubles with Colin Hodgson, he swept all the rocks, and so we would make, like, if he had to sweep my last draw, which he did a lot of the time, and he was all for that. He's like, we win a lot at mixed doubles because Chelsea doesn't miss wide or heavy very often, so he swept everything, and that was the whole point. Yeah. But then I would get in the hack, and we were on time. We were like timed.
Yeah.
So I would go to get in the hack, and he'd be like, oh, no, wait as long as you can. He's like, I need all the recovery you can give me here. So I would delay getting in the hack, and I would take forever to like flip my rock and clean it and stuff, so that he had more time to get his breath back. Which I mean, it's totally fair, but it's a hard thing. Like that's the fitness level that we talk about at the top level of the game. Is you got to be not only able to go end to end on a rock, but then you don't have enough time to recover from it before you have to do it again.
Or then you have to sit in the hack and throw a
and then
draw.
Now your adrenaline's pumping, and it's just there's so much to it that people don't think about.
No, a lot of people watch it and think it's it seems like kind of a silly game with the brooms and the rocks.
Oh yeah, no, this
harder than people give it credit for.
What sweepers do is insane. It's insane.
All right, so kicking off the 7th here, very close game now, 4-3. Center goes up, and now we see Team Coruscant go around the center.
Tobin for Team Flewelling. Looking for the freeze. Rockers on this one early, they might be going around everything here. There it is. Very nicely done. Right to the top of the button. So a bit of conversation he'll hear from Team Coruscant. Do you try to rip that red out of there? It looks like that's what they're going to do. You could play a draw or a freeze, but you're one up with the hammer, so no need to take a lot of risk here. Looks like they're just going to rip this red rock out. Well done there. Also sticks the shooter. So now Kevin Flewelling looking to try to set up a steal somehow here. Maybe a little hit and roll in behind the mess.
All right, so we are in end number 7. Things are setting up. I did a quick run through the lounge. Karaoke is in full swing here at the Ottawa Curling Club.
Yeah, the noise not even the karaoke part. The noise inside here is, I don't know if it's as deafening to you guys at home as it is to us, but it is there.
Yeah, we got 2 covered ears, and yeah, it's.
It might be louder in my headset than it is when I take it off. I can't decide.
Yeah. It's a party here.
It is a party.
Yeah. Some of us have been here since 9:45, so it is way too cold to go anywhere else right
That's
now.
very true. Once you're here, you're not going anywhere because it's real cold outside. And that's from a Winnipegger.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're into seconds rocks here. Team Coruscant has the hammer playing the Yellowstones. Devin Martin in the hack, looking like the hit and roll based on where he was tapping.
Yeah, they tried to set up a potential steal early, and they made a pretty good come around, but didn't quite get buried enough. So then we saw that little hit and roll away, and now it's sort of looking like a soft deuce for Team Coruscant here. So
which is a huge win for them.
Totally. So it's a matter here for Team Flewelling of how aggressive do you go? Do you ignore those rocks and try to draw around something and set up your steal, or do you play hits, but you're likely going to give up 2 and you don't really want to give up 2? So it feels right now like a bit of a no-win situation. Now, if they made a good roll, that would be one thing, but rolling out is not going to help them.
Real tough. Devin feeling the pressure has ditched the Yas hat.
Yeah, I thought that gave him the momentum the last 10. Yeah, we're on to no, and so far it's looking like no in this end, unfortunately, for Team Flewelling.
Yeah. So our roving reporter, Stephen Courteau, we've got a 3 in a row loser at ends. One of our guests from Halifax.
I didn't know we had a roving reporter, so that's good news. And that also explains the deafening noise that came from that sheet a few minutes ago.
Yeah. If there's one thing our friends in Halifax like, it's a beer or 2.
They do, and I also have been a multiple-time loser of ends. It was actually in PEI, not Halifax, but it was not a good day. It was a very expensive day, and then I left. I only had the 2 drinks I bought for everybody and myself, and then I was like, I'm out. I can't lose another round. I got to go home.
Yeah, sometimes you got to cut your losses.
Yeah.
Take another try at the hit and roll here.
Yeah, I think like you said, I mean, you're either going to go hard to try to steal, or you're going to try to sort of cut your losses, and it looks like they're pretty married to not giving up more than 2 at least.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you make this hit and roll, you could turn it into a steal or a force pretty quickly. It's just not that easy a shot.
Oh, maybe it's a draw, actually. Oh, no, we got a hit and roll.
I think it's a hit.
Hit and roll.
Close.
Pretty close.
Too far.
Oh, just a little thin. It's going to roll all the way out, unfortunately.
I'd rather see that though than them continue to nose it. Like you gotta take a good go at that. If you're gonna play the hit and roll, you need to really try to make it, and that's unfortunate. And it's a bit of trouble here now. But they're probably gonna go to the wing again. So then you have the same choice to make. If they make this well to the wing and it's back tee and there is no hit and roll, you probably have to look at the draw.
Yeah, not gonna want to take a lot of risks here, Team Coruscant.
No, why would you?
Up one with, set your two and make them make something.
Exactly. Like let them come to you. So if they make this to the wing and it's back 8, then you might have to look at throwing a draw for Team Llewellyn.
Get in there a little deep, though.
That's good, though. That's what they wanted. That takes away the hit and roll possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. So. That's not a useful hit and roll now.
Right.
So is it early enough that you still try and send that? I guess they're trying to steal, so maybe you don't want to be hitting anything, just trying to draw.
I wouldn't hit anything. They talked about the freeze. I think I would look at trying to come around everything.
Yeah.
And get it as buried as you can, back 8. Even if you're only second shot, it's not bad because then you give yourself some options. But if you could ever stop shot rock, which you only need full 8 foot to be shot, as deep as you can, just shot and as buried as possible, and then hope that they don't make the chase or the freeze, and then go again, and then now you're in business.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna go down for a little conversation though. Not sure what happened there. I don't know if Anthony wasn't convinced or if they wanted to talk it over, but
well, I think there was a few different calls from Kevin. He talked about the draw around. He talked about the freeze. I think it was just you need to get on the same page and make sure you understand what you're trying to do. And
sometimes it's useful to take that minute. You don't want to do it too much, but sometimes you want to.
No, but you need to. This is a huge shot, so you need to make sure you're on the same page about exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish and where you want this to end up. And because there's a significant difference between the freeze and the draw around, so everyone needs to understand that. So I think smart to take a minute now, just given the gravity of the situation here for Team Llewellyn.
There's the old behind the sheet shot.
Love that for us.
Yeah. We're right behind the sheet, so we get the butt cam all the time, but you at home only get it every once in a while. Well, a draw here from Anthony, the vice for Team Llewellyn, trying to get around everything, see if they can get a force or a steal going here to keep their game alive.
This is not around it.
This is not around it. This is coming to the top one now. They got to get it. Well, it's going to come up light.
Not there for second, unfortunately, but the only good news is that it's another guard.
Yeah.
So now if, depending what happens, they could play the same shot again and they have a bit more coverage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still not great. It's good to be yellow right now.
It's good to be yellow right now. Bright side for these teams of getting into A from the pool play, they even if they lose this game, they drop to the B. So not an elimination game we're watching today. But winner here advances to the A semifinals, keeps their dream of winning the over the Rainbow Bottle alive. Looks like we're going to see the draw around here, see if they can get there first. It is quite a bit of ice, though. I know Tony has a pretty positive release, so maybe this looks like a lot for a draw. So I don't know. I didn't see what the call here is. I don't know if you saw it, Chelsea, but
I didn't know. I don't know what they landed on, but it could be to come around everything.
Yeah, that's what we like, I think. But
I guess it could be a guard in theory, but I'm not really sure what you're guarding.
Yeah, maybe just block a path, but they're going to have the other turn no matter where you put it.
Yeah,
so
I
may as well try and get right in.
this around everything, but they've got to go for line on this one. It's not going to get around.
No,
Where does it land?
Tap that red up a little bit, but they're still going to be sitting 2.
That's pretty good because at least it's usable, but it also is another, again, it's a guard for Team Llewellyn.
Two other games left on the ice. Team Merrill Sweep playing Yellow Rocks is up 6-4 over Team Newell. They're playing 7, and I do see a couple Red Rocks in the house though, so maybe something getting going for Team Newell. And on sheet 3, score 7-4. The Ice Creamers from Toronto are leading team, and the nominee is with very filthy shirts. They are playing in end number 6, 7-4 the score there for Ice Creamers. They've had a lot of fun with the Oscars theme here. The red carpet walk last night.
Oh yeah, there was a whole red carpet walk. That was very entertaining.
All right, they've tucked it over Team Llewellyn. Kevin in the hack going to try and make the draw on the out turn here. We watched the pre-shot routine. How important is that? Do you find that really important? I feel like everybody has their own little quirks.
Oh, I think it's massively important. When I was a kid, my dad was playing on TV and stuff, and I was like, how do you not get nervous? And his entire answer, it was every team I played on, it was everything that was, super important. That was, your pre-shot routine is the whole reason that you don't. It's what you fall back on when you're in the moment and you are, there's a million people watching you and stuff, but you don't, once you get into that, you feel like you're just at practice. It just sort of reverts your brain and you stop thinking about everything else and you just go through that. But it's I think the biggest mistake I see is when people, they only do it in the game and not at practice. If you don't do it at practice, it's not going to be useful in the game. It has to be every time you throw the rock.
Yep.
If you watched me throw the opening ceremony's first rock in this Bonspiel, I went through every single step of my pre-shot routine like I would if I was throwing a draw to win the Scotties. Everything is the same every time.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if I'm at practice, doesn't matter if I'm by myself. I never take a shortcut. I never do anything less. It's every single step of my pre-shot routine because that's what makes it work in the big moment.
Yep. Yeah. It's a ritual for a reason. Ryan here trying to tap this back onto the red and will make it. So sitting 3 here. Big shot here coming for Kevin Llewellyn.
Yeah, this is trouble.
Yeah. It'll be hard to force a single here.
Yeah,
kind of the worst case scenario for them, I think.
Do you ever throw the in-turn draw around everything?
I think you might have to, but it looks like we're going to get the out-turn. Interesting choice.
I'm not sure what you're accomplishing with this. I mean, I guess
it's a little harder to get shot to me, but you can definitely get shot here. I mean, that front rock is sort of not even in the forefoot. So if you can get tight to that guard and bury it around, you can get, I would think, full 4 and be buried, but
yeah, probably.
If you show a piece, they just have to pick it.
Well, and if you're like, you're gonna always leave a little run back on this rock too,
true.
And like if you go around it the other way, then probably your top 8-foot rock is in the way of the run back at least. But it's hard to get buried. So
and a lot more rocks up the middle if you're going to play that run back. You gotta line up 4 correctly instead of just 1.
It's trouble either way, unfortunately, here for Kevin Flewelling.
They're talking it over here. This is a pretty big one.
Doesn't look like they've changed the call. I think
No, I think they're just talking about the ice, where to put it. Yeah. They like it out of his hand, a little bit of speed. Oh, here they go.
They seem like they don't mind it, but they've got to go for line.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, the other team is watching it too now. We can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks a little heavy though.
Yeah, they swept it to get it by, but they went too hard, and now it's going to go all the way through.
Oh, that's going to be deep, deep. That's too bad.
That's a draw for 4.
Draw for 4, and that might be... It might be a long way to come back from.
I would imagine it's
5 point.
Probably handshakes, but you never know.
Don't know if Kevin is disappointed with his shot or cold. The hood's gone up at the far end. Big shot here as we watch Ryan in the lounge set up for this this draw that could be the game in the A quarterfinal here. They're on it hard. It looks light.
Looks very light.
Oh, Tony's come out to help, but I think they've given up on it. Just going to be the 3. And we're going to have a little team meeting. Can we get a 4?
Yeah, I think they're going to play.
It's already 11 o'clock at night. What's one more end?
Something like that.
They all need one more end to think about what karaoke song they want to sing. I'm sure we'll see all of Team Flewelling up at karaoke. They won't know that I said that until they watch this back later.
Eventually, but not yet.
I guess we'll know if I'm right at a later date. Oh, they are going to play it. They don't like to give up our Team Flewelling. Like I said, I've played with particularly Devin and Anthony quite a bit, and they're not quitters, that's for sure. So they're going to give this a go. So what do you do here if you're trying to get a big score going when the other team wants no part of it? What do you do here, Chelsea?
You just got to throw a couple guards and hope for some misses.
Yep.
I mean, there's not a lot to do. You're going to need a lot of help from the other team, and they've not provided you much of that in the last few ends here. So
no, they've been quite stubborn in that regard.
Yeah, which I mean, good for them.
Good for them.
That's the point. But yeah, for Team Flewelling, you're going to throw 2 corner guards, and then you're just going to freeze to everything that you can possibly freeze to, and try to hide behind anything. You're clinging to life by a bit of a thread here.
Yeah. Not to make any old jokes about Team Flewelling.
Yeah, you need to, this is one of those ones where you need to make 8 perfect shots and hope for at least 2 to 3 misses. Yeah,
so Tristan's first through the house. This one, they're both up sweeping it. Looks like they're...
The corner guard tick. Oh no, it's
No,
not.
I think they're coming. I think they're just
trying to go
Tony's
in.
tapping top
They
4.
could have made the corner guard tick if they wanted to.
Yeah, should have been on it.
Yeah, swept that a little bit. It would have been beauty.
But you know, I think
spot.
as long
I
as
mean-
they're close on a lot of their shots, I think they're gonna,
Yeah, no,
be in
that's
pretty good shape. So
and that's a rock that's. I mean, it is a freeze rock for Team Llewellyn, but it's also a
Sure,
rock
but
that
it's-
needs to be dealt with eventually.
so you can't freeze 4 on top of that very easily.
Exactly. Yeah, it's still not. As long as they can make some peels here, they're going to be in pretty good shape. You need for Team Llewellyn need a miss on at least one peel,
Yeah, some noses on those peels,
flash or something.
flash, something like that. And we haven't seen that. This has been a really good game between both teams.
One ice that is straight on hits is very conducive to peeling, so that's not good
Completely.
for the team that's down.
Yeah. Yeah, you know where to put the room. This is a big scrub here to
Gotta get
get
this
Larry's over the hog line, and it's not gonna happen.
No.
Ooh, that is not a happy team Llewellyn after that one.
That's one where this is going to sound bad, but if it's me and I've been convinced by my team that we should play even though we're 4 down, and it's probably not going to go well, as soon as that's hogged, it's real tempting to turn around and just shake hands because I think the game is over now.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. Patrick throwing, looks like trying the tick again, maybe? No.
No, I think it's the same
Just
shot.
The same draw.
I'm not sure what they're sweeping for, though. I'm a little bit unclear on what the call is because it looks like they're trying to make the draw, but then they're sweeping it, and I don't really know why.
I suspect that was just make sure it's not light.
Yeah, which, I mean, fair enough. Light is a disaster. You don't want that.
Anything outside the 8-foot's probably a guard.
Oh, totally true, yeah.
So we've got another roving reporter, this time Wes Delve, telling us that his game did not go well. There's some pretty gory gestures going on. So I think if you're a fan of Wes Delve's team,
yeah, I'm glad.
His journey may be over.
Based on Wes's actions there, I think we're glad it's karaoke tonight and not charades, because the charades looks like it would be pretty gory and depressing.
Yeah. Devin Martin with a nice come around that corner guard. Looks like it's pretty well buried.
Yeah, I think that's as good as you could make it.
Yeah.
And again,
But,
you're going to need a lot of
guard's-
help, and you're going to need even more help with the hogged guard. So
Yeah.
all you can do
Very
is
lonely corner.
Yeah, all you can do is keep making those, and you're probably going to use those 2 yellows as a guard at some point too, and try to draw around that, and then they peel the corner, and then you go around it again, and you try to stack a few rocks in there, and then hope for a complete miss somewhere.
Got the peel. Tony sweeping it hard to get it over. He's awfully red, but I don't.
Though.
And now it's a corner guard.
So now you go around that one, yeah.
Just trying to have 4 rocks in the house at the end of this one, I think, at this point.
Honestly, that's that would be a huge win.
Devin Martin, second on Team Llewellyn, trying to come around this corner guard. He needs to curl, I think.
I think that's just heavy.
It's,
Needs to sit.
Gotta stay in the house here.
I think it's staying in the house. It's just not going to get buried.
No, it's not gonna get buried. Ryan just gonna hit the open one here. Just anything red has to go.
Yeah, agreed. But I think if you could make the chase on the one around the guard, I would play it, because if you hit this, they're going to ignore it and go around again.
Yeah, try and
if
pile
they
a
can
few around
Christmas
that
tree
corner.
it a little bit, then it's a bit scary. So if I could hit this one, which I think you can, behind the corner guard, that's what I would play. Even if you hit the guard, it's not bad. You peel the guard out of there, you're still in pretty good shape. You just got to make open hits for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
your own
okay.
color, but you don't really like it right now.
No. And now they go around again, and now you just feather one of them and don't move it far enough or something. That's the only way you're going to bring a 4 into play.
Yep.
Yep, that's it there,
There
Kevin.
it is. Top 8, top 12, trying to bury another one. Anthony Pizzetti, the Team Dorothy Zbornak. I have here on their notes.
I don't know what that means.
The Golden Girls? You're at a gay bunch. You don't know the Golden Girls?
Oh, I know the Golden Girls. I didn't know that was her last name on Golden Girls. I know Dorothy. I'm not up on my Golden Girls trivia enough to know the last names of all of the characters.
Oh, man. That's I forget sometimes. So, yeah, he's the Team Dorothy.
Got it.
Looks not bad. This one's got to curl over a bit, too, and maybe stop. This looks a little spicy.
Which is fine as long as the line's close, but this is going to hang out there, so they need to. They're trying to
lock
get
it
to
on
curl.
The back one. Hopefully, don't leave a double.
Well, and the Yas hat is back now.
The Yas hat's back. Maybe Hope is still alive.
Yeah. I mean, you'd like that exactly where it is line-wise, but, 2 or 3 feet higher. But it's not bad because, again, it brings in you play the chase and you just feather the guard or you just touch the one in the house and you leave them both in there. Then now all of a sudden the hope's not dead yet. There's a little bit of a flicker of light for Team Llewellyn here somewhere.
Not a full flat line. Looks like they're going to go after it, though.
Yeah, just one of those little whips,
Going hard on this, though. It's got a lot of weight, so if it does touch the guard, it should move it out of the way. But
well, and if this is made, and you might lose both reds, and the game's basically over.
It will be. I think we'll
like
run him right out of rock.
To happen, yeah.
And there, one, and it hangs on.
Not quite, but a really good shot there.
Really good shot. Really gets him out of. Makes the 4 pretty unlikely at this point.
Yeah, for Team Corso, that's. I mean, it would have been great to kill it, but that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Even if this freeze is made, you can hit the wide one, and you just got to eliminate a few reds here.
Yeah. A lot of work before the 4 is anywhere in place. So
yeah, it's not
Ryan
looking very
and Tony
4-ish.
looking pretty relieved here.
Which fair as they should.
As they should. They've had a really good game. It's been a great game for both teams.
Just the one end.
Yeah, that 4 really makes a difference. But then to give the 3 right back, that's a journey I've been on. I know with my team, we've all done it. Probably anybody.
But then another 3 and 7 that kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, that it could have gone either way most of the game. It was sort of handing opportunities back and forth.
I've told the story a couple times. I was here at this Bonspiel years ago and cracked a 5 earlier in the game. And we thought, oh great, we'll be out here. I think it was this time slot, so it's late in the night. We're thinking we're gonna get out of here early, and then we gave a 5 right back, and all of a sudden we had to play 9, and
just
it was
trade
1:30 in the morning.
I've never in my life traded 5s. That's quite a situation.
Hang out at the curling club long enough, it'll happen. Anthony here trying to make maybe a little hit, try and roll in front of 1 or 2 of those yellows.
Pretty good.
It's hard to get rid of that red, I think, now, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you can, but it's hard.
It's hard.
But you could take a rip at this double.
Yep.
And even if you don't get the second one, as long as you
get
kill
rid
the
of one of
first
them,
one,
that might
you're
be
okay.
it.
But it looks like they're just going to hit the open one, which I can't blame them.
No. So as Ryan slides down.
Well, and this might be it.
If
he kills this one, so
there's only 2 rocks left, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, just.
I love the double if it's earlier in the end. You have a chance to end it with it, and honestly, to make the pick, you have to hit it pretty close to where you need to make the double. But if this is going to end it, hit the open one and don't worry about it.
Yep. Yeah. So it looks like a shot here to run them out of rocks. Team Corso here trying to move on to the A semi. There's just 2 rocks left for Team Llewellyn, so this can make this go away. Yeah. It looks like he's got it. Gloves are off, and it's handshakes. Team Ryan Coruscant out of Montreal with the win here in the A quarterfinal. Final score will be 8-4 after 7. over Team Llewellyn from Toronto. It was a great game.
Yeah, it was a battle. We had all kinds of momentum swings and big ends back and forth. It was a lot of fun to watch. And Team Coruscant, after they took that 4, the momentum shifted completely.
It was close. It was close, and then it was hard to come back from that. And Team Llewellyn really tried.
Yeah, and they
got that 3 right back,
and it was still reasonable. But it just seemed like after that, Team Coruscant just didn't miss much and didn't really give Team Llewellyn much of a window to kind of get back in. And a great finish from them.
Yeah, high fives from Team Coruscant. Curtains have closed, so we got the bracket up here. So you'll see there, Team Coruscant moves on. We'll play Team Forget tomorrow. Let's see here. There are A games. Looks like 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're cycling through. That looks like the E division draw there. Semifinals are all. I think we've got some E teams and some A teams there. Quick score update as the teams come off the ice. Team Newell is now up, had a big end, 4 points in 7 to be up 8-6. And Team Ice Creamers, big leads 8-4, playing 8.
And they're just throwing peels. So Team Ice Creamers is looking like they're cruising to the win over there.
They're going to head to the win.
Sheet A, Sheet 1 is a little bit more of a question mark. I think we can probably mark Team Ice Creamers down on the win board over on 3.
So that's the end of our featured sheet here at the Over the Radio Bonspiel. Want to give a quick few thank yous as we wrap up. Big thanks to our platinum sponsor for the Bonspiel, Eric Sangster Mortgages. Today's game was on sheet number 2 here at the Ottawa Curling Club. It's sponsored by TD Bank. So big thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to the teams who played today, Team Coruscant and Team Llewellyn. And everybody here at the Ottawa Curling Club, the ice maker, the club manager Dalal, and Alex Burtwhistle, who's the president of the club here. Great Bonspiel happening here. All the committee, all the volunteers are doing a really great job. It's been a really fun couple of days. I've been here all weekend. Chelsea's been here a lot. We've been having a great time. And a big thanks to Chelsea Carey, who is here sharing her experience here. Listening to me think about curling. We've had a great time. It's been fun. So thank you very much for coming to our spiel.
No, it's my pleasure to be here. This has been so much fun. Like I said, if you're in the Ottawa area, I know it's cold out, but come on down. It's been an absolute blast. We got a bunch more games tomorrow, and
absolutely,
I think still some more karaoke tonight.
It's still going.
Come
so
on out,
if you got something you want to sing, come check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been so great.
So a couple games left on the ice. They're going to finish up. And I think we've got some more streaming tomorrow. First game tomorrow is at 9 a.m. Looks like it'll be the B semifinal. So if you're an early riser, I'll be here at 9 a.m. curling. So we'll see how that goes. But big thanks to everybody involved. I think we're going to throw it. Are we going to throw it over or we're done?